This is why Flapjack is horrifying. Oh, guys, because I wanted to watch this because I remembered that Flapjack is really scary. So I wanted to see like what made Flapjack so terrifying. So let's check it out. Oh gosh. Let me know if it's too loud. Okay. I'm scared. Ah! Flapjack really is so scary. Oh my gosh, I remember the Candyland episode. Oh
Hey class, I'm going to teach you about fear.
dude, this could have not been for kids. This was for, look at that! This is for kids? What was this show? Did you guys grow up on this show?
Hello, Flapjack.
What is that? That's not a show. That's not a kid's show. What the heck? Exploring Flapjack's horrifying episodes. Heck yeah, I want to see. The only one I remember is like the Candyland episode was really creepy.
You know, growing up, there were a lot of things that frightened me as a kid. Things I consider normal for an everyday child to be frightened over. Things that most likely frightened you when you were young as well. Horror movies, horror video games, darkness, being home alone, this monstrosity that every person has heard while watching TV. You know, the usual stuff. But there's something...
That episode!
There's something about Flapjack that never sat well with me as a child, and I think in many ways terrified me the most. Watching cartoons as a kid, there was never really anything I thought that was intentionally trying to spook or scare me. So when Cartoon Network started to promote the season premiere of Flapjack, I thought, okay, you got a young boy named after a pancake. His mentor is a blue man that likes to drink maple syrup, has a blue whale for a mom voiced by a sassy black woman, and their goal is to make it to an island that's made entirely out of candy.
I didn't know there was
So
a
Cartoon
story.
Network, this show will be absolutely harmless. And it was at this moment, ladies and gentlemen, that I made the worst assumption of my 8-year-old life. My petite, prepubescent 8-year-old life.
Look how happy he was, and
I
then
hold
after
Flapjack as one of the few shows out there with some of the most horrifying moments in cartoon history.
I don't
Maybe
understand
behind
why. Look at
Courage
this.
the Cowardly Dog. And
Oh,
honestly,
that's
I think
Courage,
may
never mind.
deserve its own video.
Still scary.
But is Flapjack truly as horrifying as you and I remember?
Yes.
Or are we all just exaggerating over something that wasn't as scary as we all thought?
Maybe it was
Well,
like
in this
all in one
video,
episode.
I'll be going over some of those horrifying moments that I remember in great detail and why I believe they were so scary. But before I get into it, make sure you hit that subscribe button,
Smash
leave a
that sub,
like,
guys.
and as
Leave
of
that
the
like
time
button.
of this video being dropped,
Join the member.
memberships are now available on my channel for only $1.99, and yes, that is 1 cent less than $2. You can get exclusive perks such as a shout out at the end of my videos, 3 days early access to future ones, and behind the scenes perspectives. I appreciate you regardless though.
Look how
Now
cute
without further
Flapjack
ado,
is.
let's get into it.
Oh! Oh my gosh!
So we're going to start off things hot. We're going to talk about an episode of Flapjack that for me really put the show on the map as to how unhinged and balls to the wall it could really be. And that is how the West was fun.
I don't remember the episode titles.
In this episode, it's Flapjack's birthday, and Bubby pushes Knuckles to teach Flapjack a birthday lesson. Flapjack presents Knuckles with a compass, and so Knuckles decides to teach him about direction. On the compass, Flapjack notices that all the directions are present except for that other direction.
What
Knuckles
direction?
immediately warns Flapjack that going out to the west is forbidden and claims that the edge of the world is out in that direction. Of course, this excites Flapjack even more to want to explore the west, and even convinces Knuckles that the most dangerous part of the world is where Candy Island is located. Knuckles and Bubby are on board, and so they set sail. And immediately things are off on the wrong foot. As they begin to go west, they start to see burning ships, death signs everywhere.
The ship on fire is kind of disturbing.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg. As they sail further into the west, Flapjack and Bubby start to verbally say west. And this is where the madness begins. They first run into a sea monster that questions if they said the word. Flapjack says it again, and 2 mermaids appear that act as tourists of sorts. Flapjack says it a 3rd time, and some random Asian dude sitting on a sea turtle offers them a french fry. The crew sneaks out of the area, and Flapjack vows to never say West again, only for an even bigger sea monster to devour all of the characters that just appeared. This particular scene, looking back at it now, was more weird and comical than it was scary, but I do think what was most unsettling here were how the characters that appeared here were drawn.
Yeah, I think it's the art style too, even when it's not trying to be scary.
But I'm sure that was the writer's intention.
Like, why are they so hyper-realistic?
But that's not the craziest thing that happened, though. While Knuckles is asleep, he is unknowingly placed on a makeshift raft made by Flapjack so they can further explore the West for Candy Island. Are they splitting up? The plan backfires terribly, and they start to suffer from dehydration and insanity.
What happened to Bobby?
It makes you crazy!
Look at me! I've been drinking it for hours!
You don't look crazy to me.
Oh my gosh! This would have traumatized me.
But that's not even the worst part yet.
Oh my gosh.
Flapjack and Knuckles literally start to hallucinate Candy Island, only for it to be literally the end of the world. And I don't think I can even begin to tell you play by play what happens next, except they go through a legit nightmare. And even the dude from earlier manifests himself out of the sail flag and gives one final gesture.
Why he's got Flapjack on his undies?
And so Flapjack and Knuckles fall to their death.
What?
Allegedly. The episode essentially ends with it all just being a hallucination, and Flapjack enjoys the rest of his birthday. The end.
What
now
the?
Listen.
What?
Absolutely the most unsettling part of this episode was the whole idea of the West. It was essentially a different take on the Wild Wild West. The West had an almost supernatural presence here.
So they literally
and yes,
died.
while it was goofy at times, parts of it was legitimately horrifying.
Yeah, the end of the
way
world.
The scene goes from regular to pitch black with a red outline made it look like they were in literal hell.
Yeah,
Not to mention that suffering from dehydration, going insane, and being stranded in the middle of the ocean is a real scenario that happens to people.
That's like my biggest, fattest fear.
This guy has a mystique of his own, honestly. Literally, he has an entire fan base because...
What is this? Okay, if you were a kid and you saw that, would you not poop your pants? I think I'd be traumatized. I wouldn't be able to sleep. I'd sleep with one eye open. What the heck is this?
Because of his role in all of this. He honestly looked like a poor victim of what the West could do to a person. Overall, this episode had a mixture of comedy, with many parts of it that were
it doesn't look too
just
funny
downright scary. I think as a whole, the writers of Flapjack understood horror. They understood the importance of atmosphere,
Who created the show? Was
and
it someone
knew how
who's
to
done
prey on the
horror
fears
before?
among children, while also having a lighthearted ending. All of it made for a memorable episode.
God, dude, I'm in the dark right now. This is so scary. Oh my god. What is that?
Knuckles is a filthy rat.
That's
this
just
episode
a
had a
title.
mixture of everything from comedy to disgust to horror.
That's just gross.
So the premise of the episode was that Flapjack finds a stray rat in the ocean in which he rescues, befriends, and takes as his pet. This rat, which is hilariously known as Knuckles 2, hence the joke behind the name of the episode, is clearly disease infested. So of course Flapjack decides to show off his new pet to the citizens of Stormalong. This dang rat literally infects the whole harbor area and gives everyone every variant of every
he gave everyone a virus. Oh my gosh.
Or just better known as the plague. Knuckles 2 had everyone not named Flapjack looking like failed Resident Evil concepts. Like I swear I've seen these guys in House of the Dead before. Unless you have a fear of disease, this wasn't the most unsettling part of the episode. The most unsettling part would come at the very end. Literally the end of the episode. As everyone's having a laugh over Flapjack having to give blood in order to provide a cure for Stormalong, the episode closes to black and immediately cuts to an image that still haunts me to this day.
Don't you mean nice to be needled?
Adventure.
Can someone please tell me why? Why on God's green earth did they have to make this image of Flapjack the last thing I saw? As a kid, this just made me very, very
How
uncomfortable.
is it, Mom?
As if we didn't just see an entire
What the
episode of
frick?
extremely grotesque people with the plague. Could you imagine it being the
Bro,
middle
what
of
the
night?
heck?
You'll wake up from a deep sleep only to be stunned and shocked by the image of this on your TV.
What is?
I think what
Dude,
scared me here
imagine
though was
waking up in the
rather
middle of the
a
night
mixture of different
and
things.
seeing that.
The rat not only spreading the plague across Stormalong, which had everyone looking like
That's very
infected zombies,
disturbing.
but also
Sabi nga
Dr.
na,
Barber's
bye,
sinister
bye,
laughter
bye.
over this drawing
Thank you
of
for stopping
Flapjack.
by.
And you know when you used to watch TV, the screen would cut to black, and for a split second you were left with your own thoughts of what was
You're just
shown
staring at
to you
yourself in the
before
screen.
next episode. This terrifying moment turned what was essentially a funny episode into an unsettling end. And hence
Oh,
why I chose
gosh.
it as my thumbnail if it remains.
Oh yeah, it is a thumbnail. Dude, that is, I didn't even, that's not even part of the episode. It was just a little end.
You see, it's moments like this in
Wait,
Flapjack
that was more
where
a
you
funny
never
scream.
can watch
What was
the
that?
show
Oh.
distracted or half asleep because they sure know how to startle you and wake you up real quick. I'm
It's
talking
true.
about all of the moments where the characters could be talking about themselves or someone else or just something
Ugh.
could be happening. And then it just cuts to the person's face, not only drawn in the ugliest way imaginable, but also
so
the sound of a
detailed.
blood-curdling scream that
Look at that.
follows. Seeing
Oh.
a character that was so ugly that the only way to react was to just scream, it caught me off guard as a kid and honestly made me want to scream too. Like the show just had to hit home just how ugly these
What
people
the?
were. But looking back at it now, most of these moments are still hilarious and some to this day are still
Ew.
horrifying.
I don't know,
This
I don't
sound
find
effect
gross
could make for
stuff
some really
funny.
funny memes.
The scream is funny. The scream is funny. No, what's That's disgusting. That's disgusting. Pineapple on pizza is disgusting.
She's here.
Hell no!
Listen,
Hell
in
no!
the show, I know
I would turn
Flapjack
this
was
video off. What was
portrayed
that?
to be this innocent, happy-go-lucky adventure boy,
What was
but
that?
this
Why
kid
is
at
he
times was
cheesy?
legitimately horrifying. And this is in the episode, Oh, You Animal.
What is this
The
video?
premise here is that
Flapjack's
Flapjack is taken
scariest
away from Bobby
episodes.
by this old lady who mistakes Flapjack for some lost child. So she puts him in an orphanage
Aw.
with other kids. Bobby plots with Knuckles to essentially break Flapjack out.
Okay.
So boom, right? This lady is worried that Bubby is gonna break into the orphanage to rescue Flapjack.
Bobby, get Flapjack.
And this is where the nightmare fuel comes back.
Oh, now what? What happened?
She's here.
What? What? Hell no, no, no. To the no. Hell
Do I
to the
really
no.
need to explain why
To
this
the
was
no,
so
no,
terrifying?
no.
It's for the
Why?
same reasons the filthy rat episode
What
I
is
thought was
that?
scary. The funny thing is, every time I watched this scene, I felt like it had a essence of horror. It had like a
What
a
is the
horror
point
movie
of that?
feel to it. Like
What
it
is
was
the point of
inspired by
that?
something.
They were just like, let's put
And
that
lo
in.
and behold, my suspicions had some weight to them. Apparently, in the Flapjack wiki of this episode,
Oh,
that quote that Flapjack said to the lady
she's
was
here.
inspired by Poltergeist.
Oh, no wonder.
Freaking
Yeah, no wonder.
Poltergeist.
No wonder. No wonder. No wonder. No wonder. Clearly, it's a Flapjack. No wonder she's here.
If this is true,
Hell no!
I find it no surprise that the creator of Flapjack would find some type of inspiration
Was it you? It was him. Is this the creator of Flapjack? You're the one responsible for my nightmares tonight?
from a movie
Oh
like
my
Poltergeist.
gosh.
Considering how most of what happens in the show is just out there, supernatural,
Who
horrific.
greenlit this?
What makes things worse was that after that scene, Flapjack just reverts back to his regular appearance, as
He's
if
just chill
we
after
didn't
this.
just see this kid appear like an abomination. And that's honestly how
Yes.
most of these moments occur. Right out of context.
Yeah, and they
right
kind of
out
just
of
out of nowhere. So it's
And
literally
I
a
think
jump
the
scare.
scariest part of it all is, I don't think Flapjack was even trying to be horrifying. I don't even think Flapjack was trying to intentionally be scary. It's just how
Wait,
he
can you
was.
get him off my screen? Thank you. I think you're just being a silly kid.
No, I don't think
This
she's
is-
as sweet as
dude.
your candy wife.
This is the episode I saw when I was little. This is the episode that traumatized me. I remember just the way this girl looks always freaked me out.
I
Look at her.
hate her.
I think it's the eyes that get me. They kind of
This
remind
may
me of
be the
Coraline.
most mellow out of all my selections, but
And it still
have you
scared
ever
the
thought this while
heebie-jeebies
watching the
off
show?
me.
What in the world is up with Candy
Maybe it's
White?
because she was
To me, she
3D.
always looked unnatural. I mean, you know, considering she was a humanoid candy thing, but her appearance was just always uncanny.
Something
It didn't
about
help that
it.
most of the time she appeared on screen, she was presented in CGI form, which made
That's
her
what
more
got me,
uncanny.
I think. That's what made me
It kind of reminds me of
uneasy.
that episode of SpongeBob where they were trying to prank
Okay,
SpongeBob and get him out the house.
Does this episode scare you guys? This episode of SpongeBob? I know a lot of people get scared by this episode. Like, I remember, like, weird things that scared me as a kid, and people would put up, like, this episode. And I don't know, I thought it was funny. I never really got scared of this gorilla. I guess I can see why, but I never really got scared of it. But I thought it was very interesting because I found that out, like, people were scared of this, and I was like, really?
And they had
People were
Patrick
scared
dressed
of
up in
that?
a gorilla suit, only for the Patrick in the gorilla suit not to be the real Patrick, and the real Patrick only to be a real life person in a gorilla suit. A lot of bizarreness here, but the chase was how unnatural that gorilla was compared to all
Because
the
he was
other characters
hyper-realistic?
who were obviously hand-drawn.
Not even
Candy Wife
hyper-realistic, he
didn't
was just
speak at
real.
all from what we the viewers saw, and she never was able to put two footsteps together on her own.
Oh,
Of course, she
gosh.
plays as a trophy wife for Peppermint Butler and literal eye
Peppermint
candy
Butler.
for everyone else, but the fact that I never seen her physically interact with anybody, it always made me think she had ulterior motives.
Yeah, that
Possibly
is also
even
creepy.
sinister. And I've also always wondered though, if Peppermint Butler is married to Candy Wife, does that mean he can put his
Hey, yo! Hey, yo! Chill. Honorable mentions. What do we got?
You win!
I've seen this clip.
You need to grow up.
Grow up? I'm 38 years old.
Oh my gosh! I hate that. I hate that. Oh my gosh.
That's better. So never stop wishing, Flapjack, and all your dreams will come true. Even the scary ones.
Yes.
Think
Okay, that
I
one
know
wasn't
what
too
you
bad.
want. String!
Oh my god! What
You
the
think you're ready
heck?
for my rhymes? You'll soon be green as envious limes. I see you're not yellow, fellow, but I don't want to make you blue. So get a clue and purple the plug before you play.
Who greenlit this? Oh my gosh! Can you back
Viewing
up,
of this
please?
tape is prohibited. Discard it immediately.
Okay, this atmosphere is making it 10 times
the
more
last
scary.
episode that I'm going to talk
Oh
about?
god.
It, in my honest opinion, is by far
Guys,
and
I'm getting-
large the most terrifying, the most horrifying episode in all of Flapjack.
What is
And
it?
that is school.
Today, class,
Oh my
I'm going
gosh.
to teach you about
This episode was
Ew,
and
ew.
is everything wrong with Flapjack.
Everything
it's everything
wrong
that
with
proves why
Flapjack.
the show at times was intentionally trying to be scary. It's every reason why this show is still remembered by most based on its sheer horror. And I don't think gets talked
What
about
is
enough,
that?
to be honest. The episode immediately starts off with danger. Flapjack and Knuckles are looking for what is said to be candy, while inside the literal mouth of 8-armed Willie.
They're really addicted
Flapjack
to
assures
candy.
Knuckles that the map he has can be trusted. Immediately after, it cuts to
Bruh,
nothing but
bruh.
severed
Oh my
arms,
gosh.
legs, fingers, and bones, which one could only assume to be the remains of the adventurers who failed to find the
What the
quote-unquote
flip?
treasure. Both are led in the wrong direction, only to be revealed that Flapjack does not know his rights from his lefts.
His
Bubby
hair?
demands that Knuckles take Flapjack to school the next morning, or he
He
lives
has
somewhere
school?
else. Knuckles is a bit reluctant to take Flapjack to school because he believes Flapjack will replace his own thoughts with book smarts and forget about Knuckles.
Oh,
Honestly,
yeah.
I think Knuckles is worried Flapjack would become smart enough to realize
Yeah.
Knuckles was no good for him, but that's just my opinion.
Knuckles
But
is a bad
anywho,
influence.
Knuckles is finally persuaded to get Flapjack in class after seeing some, let's just say he saw some pirate booty worth plundering. Fast forwarding a
Damn,
bit,
bro,
Knuckles
he was
decides to
foaming
sneak
at the
inside the
mouth.
school in the middle of the night to steal some candy inside the teacher's desk. A piece of
Okay.
candy suspiciously rolls across the classroom only to reveal that Miss Leading was sitting in the darkness.
Ew.
What appeared to be Miss Leading,
What the heck?
sitting in darkness, would actually be a decoy of her.
Huh?
Miss
Ew.
Leading is a puppet? I feel misled. What is going on here?
Oh my god. What?
Captain Knuckles, you'll give Eddie.
Ew.
The atmosphere and music almost immediately changes to something more horrific and more
Wait,
sinister.
everyone's a puppet.
And just
What
as
the heck?
Knuckles is about to meet his doom, Flapjack enters the room, which breaks up the tension and allows
that's
Willy
weird.
to escape quickly.
Oh,
And
that's
Miss
weird. Everyone
Leading
just snaps
goes
back to normal.
teaching today's lesson.
Today, class, I'm going to teach you
Dang,
about.
the cat's fake, I mean. I was about to say the cat's real.
Knuckles, who is spooked at this
Get the bag,
point,
get the note, get the
tries to
note.
warn Flapjack that
The teacher is really.
Eight-armed Willie!
and what happens
Willy?
next is what I think is the epitome of what makes this show so horrifying.
Oh! Oh my gosh!
Are you alright, teacher?
Eight-armed Willie, it was you the whole time.
Now remember when I said Flapjack took
Ew.
inspiration from Poltergeist? Well, I think here it's quite possible that they also took inspiration from The Exorcist, a film that some regard as the scariest movie to ever be created.
And
The
I still
way
haven't
here that
seen it,
Miss
and I will
Leading
not be
shakes
watching it.
violently, while Eight-Armed Willie can be heard wailing behind the disguise, and seeing Flapjack and Knuckles look in terror, it made me feel like I was watching a demonic possession take place in a kid's show. Not to mention that her eyes almost seem to roll in the back of her head
I
while
thought she was turning
Eight-Armed
into like a
Willie's
mouse or
tentacle
something, a rat.
emerges out of her. Also, the way the camera pans around the class
Ew.
to not only show Knuckles' look of fear, but also reveal how the class was turned into a nightmare, made for a
Okay, but the
bone-chilling
real
scene.
question is, how did
It's like
A.R.
Knuckles was
Willie
being shown a twist of
create the
reality
puppets?
that he accidentally walked into over a piece of candy. The students as well are revealed to be merely puppets controlled by
Everybody.
Willie. Watching this scene back now, in a way reminded me of Resident Evil Village, where
Peek.
Ethan had to explore the
Peek
dollhouse and
mentioned.
just see how reality for him would become distorted, and how he'd be faced with some of his biggest
Oh, that
fears.
part was
Willie knows the
terrifying.
facade is up, so he reveals his true self to Flapjack and Knuckles. The end seems near for both, until
Oh.
Knuckles orders Flapjack to grab the emergency harpoon that he
Look at him.
recognizes is to his left. Flapjack and Knuckles both realize that they now know their rights from their lefts,
Oh,
and
they
thus
figured it out.
reveals Eight-Armed
Happy ending.
Willie to
What?
be misleading this entire time.
What?
Allegedly. She claims that her
Allegedly, I
teaching
don't
methods
trust that.
may be a bit strange, but it gets the job done. And the episode ends with Flapjack and Knuckles eating candy, while also
the
have learned
flip?
something. I think the reason why I find this episode to be the most horrifying is because there are still questions and thoughts that I still have about it that remain unanswered. Are we just gonna ignore
does
the
Eight-Armed
corpses
Willie
and
exist?
limbs
Oh, yeah,
of
that
the
too!
adventurers
What
that
is
failed
the
to
deal with
retrieve
that?
the treasure? Who gave Flapjack a map that led them to Eight-Armed Willie in the
Wait,
first
Flapjack said a trustworthy old lady, but it could have been Willie in disguise and an old lady as well. Yeah, I don't trust Willie.
place? Was Miss Leading
Apologies, your name
truly
is
in
Willie.
disguise as Eight-Armed Willie this entire time? If so, did she really know that Knuckles was gonna break into the classroom in the middle of the night to steal some candy? Thoughts like these still spook me, and even without these concerns, it all was still terrifying to
Yeah,
witness,
just the whole
especially
episode,
as an
like,
8-year-old.
who
And
thought
I think
of
gave
that?
viewers a glimpse of what the real Eight-Armed Willie was capable of. For all the moments that I've shared thus far that I thought made the show terrifying, that doesn't take away from the fact that this show was an absolute, no pun intended, marvelous misadventure to watch.
Ah!
And I honestly wouldn't change a single thing about it, no
Ew.
matter how horrifying
I would never
it was.
rewatch it though.
But
At
of
least
course,
I don't know where
I'm
to
one
watch it
man's
either.
opinion. So all of my picks here are subjective, and I'd absolutely love to know what were your most horrifying moments of Flapjack.
I
If
don't
you
know. These
have
are all
any,
pretty
Let
scary.
me know in the comments down below. Thank you for watching.
That was
I'll see
big.
you in the next video. And don't hate,
Oh gosh.
motivate,